For those of you who don't know me, my name is Janelle Mangen. I'm an MCE major, and today I'm going to tell you about my practicum. So I did my practicum at Lubrizol, which Sarah did hers there as well. The plant is in here in Bowling Green, and I went there every Monday from 1 to 4 p.m. and I met with my supervisor, Tom Bruno. Tom is a process improvement engineer, which that means that he helps design, manufacture, and construct the products that are made at Lubrizol. And if you want to know a little bit more about Lubrizol and what they create, I found this quote on their company's website. It states that it might surprise you that our products and technologies are in the things that you use every single day, quite likely on the surfaces and the fluids in the vehicles you drive, and the shampoos and soaps you use, and the medicines that you take, and the clothes you wear, the electronic devices that you use, and the plumbing systems in your home. So very wide variety of things that Lubrizol covers. So there you go. So what exactly did I do at Lubrizol? When I reported to Tom, he kind of introduced the project I would be doing. What he gave me is, these are actual screenshots of what I used, but an idea. I had a database and I had a spreadsheet. So the database had all of the assets. Does anyone know what an asset is? Anybody? Actually, Nadia, I guess.
Yeah. It is anything from inventory to cash.
It's basically anything that the company might own. I'll go in a little bit more detail about assets here in a little bit. But basically all the assets that the company has are in the inventory base. And this little sheet right here is a manually made spreadsheet on Excel that the employees at Lubrizol use. So when inventory comes in, they record it in the spreadsheet, and it's a way for them to keep track of what they have. So I compared the database and the spreadsheet, and I looked at all assets such as tanks, pumps, agitators, and I said, okay, this is the spreadsheet you guys have, this is the database, what is in one that's not on the other? So I'm going to go in a little bit more detail. First, we're going to talk about assets a little bit more. So an asset for an individual is anything that you might own, such as jewelry, which this website is loaded wrong. I apologize for using this little icon, but it's anything that you might own. For a company, it's anything that's in the plant, in the factory. Assets that I worked with for Lubrizol included things like agitators, tanks, pumps, trucks, and just different hardware that the company owns. So I compared the two spreadsheets, and what I did is I made this, it's just a little short version of what I created, but this black line right here indicates is a separator between like the tanks, the agitators, the pumps, etc. And I wrote down every single tank that the company has, and I wrote down, is it in both, is it not in both? It really helped the company because it's good for them to realize what they don't have in inventory. If, oh, tank 37 isn't in the database or the spreadsheet, like what's tank 37? Is it broken? Like what's going on there? Along with looking at what was where and what was not where, I looked at, in the database, there was every asset given with value. So a tank comes in and it says, okay, this tank's supposed to last 10 years, it's got $10,000 of value on it, it should wear away by this amount of time. So we were looking at, okay, what's going to, die here soon, what's good for a while yet, and I was looking at those numbers as well. So this kind of leads into the activity that we're going to do. We're going to pretend that we're MCE teachers, so sorry, anybody. We're going to pretend that we have this little chart here, and we are going to give it to our students. And we're going to look at this chart here. There's a guy named Ben. He's in, 6th grade, something like that. He needs all these supplies for school, 10 pencils, 10 pens, etc. This is what Ben already has. So he has, 4 pencils, 4 pens, etc. Over here in this column, we have how much one item is going to cost. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to pretend you're giving this to your students, and I want you to think of different questions that you might ask your students about the chart. So we're going to, down here, ask different types of questions, and if it would be helpful for your students to also create graphs or visual representations of the data. So you kind of think of it as two-way, or you kind of think of the questions in two different ways. You can either ask real simple questions, just reading the data. You can ask questions, you can compare and contrast maybe cost or what he does versus what he doesn't have. Or even if you can infer in the future, if you can use this data to assume or guess what Ben might need to do in the future. So go ahead and talk amongst your peers next to you, and we'll try to reconvene here in about a few minutes.
How much money? What items will Ben no, it's something like this.
Like a technology involved, you like how much would you find the most expensive? You got Oh, that's how I remember it. So on my test about the test, that's 5, 95, my
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back together. So up here on this board, I wrote 3 different levels of questions. They're really cool. I'm learning this in class right now, so go me. So our first one's read the data, so simply just, what does the data say? Can you just basically read the chart? So does anyone have any read the data questions that they'd like to share? Yeah.
How many more pencils does Ben need to buy?
How many more pencils do I need to buy? Perfect.
How long does each individual item last?
You're asking me that?
Oh, I was asking, I guess we were asking questions about the stuff.
Yeah, we are. Wait. Okay, you're asking how long does a pencil?
Yeah, how long does the pencil last? So like how much are you paying for one pencil to last so
okay.
long?
I like it. Yes. Awesome.
What is Ben's current net worth?
Probably $0 because it's 6th grade.
Well, I mean, he's got some possessions that are value.
Oh, I see. Sorry, guys.
Worth about $500.
I like that. How much money has Ben already spent on school supplies? So out of what he already has, how much? Yes, go ahead. How much money is he going to spend? How much money is he going to spend? I like it. Cool. Okay. Let's go to question 2. Read between the data. So let's compare what we got here.
Maybe like, so with what he already has, so how much has he already spent versus how much does he still need to spend?
Bonnie?
If he's given a set budget, how much can he get, or like how many school supplies can he get for all the requirements he needs?
Yes. I like that.
Yeah. How many pencil cases does he need to hold all of his pencils?
Good question. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the last one, read beyond the data. A lot of times, read beyond the data, we can maybe not so much this kind of chart or diagram, whatever you want to call it. But does anyone maybe thought of one? Oh, got a few hands. Okay, go ahead.
Well, like, what's the quality of what he already has? Would that be beyond the data?
Kind of quality.
Like, if he has 4 pens, but only 7 pens, but only 3 of them work.
Right. So, okay. I like it.
Got him.
How much doing like a stack bar list, but then we break it down for fours on the bottom, so it shows how much he's already saved, and then at the top, the six would be how much he has to spend.
I do like the stack bar graph idea.
We show like how much he needs to spend to complete his list, make a pie chart of like how much each thing costs in comparison to the total.
Very good. Emma?
Kind of identifying the necessity of 8 highlighters.
I don't know. He needs like all the colors in the rainbow, I guess.
Because I'm trying to see like how much, because this is for the school year, 10 pencils is for the last whole school year, so you could like say when's you gonna have to buy more pencils.
Very good. Yeah, like thinking about the future. What's gonna happen in the future? So I have a sister who's actually in grade shape. 5th grade, 4th grade. Roommate knows better than I do. I was actually on the phone with her, and I was like, we were like FaceTiming, and I was like holding the phone up, and I was like, okay, can you read this graph? What kind of questions should I ask you? Like looking at her homework versus what kind of things I should ask. So going along with that, these are some questions that I came up with. I was looking at like ratios and how much money like versus what he has, what he needs to spend. So what is the ratio of pencils Ben already has, how many he needs? So something really simple along those lines. Or how much money is Ben spending on erasers and highlighters? So looking at 2 different items and comparing them in that way. So, and one more thing before I move on. This relates to what I did because you're comparing what you have to what maybe you need. So looking at the database and the inventory sheet, I knew what I had on the database, but I knew what I needed based off what was on the spreadsheet. And I also included the money on here because I was also looking at, okay, if we don't have this, how much money am I going to need to spend to get more? So kind of the correlation between the two. So what did I learn from this experience? I definitely learned the importance of communications. There was a few times I couldn't report to Tom on Monday because, for example, my car broke down on Sunday night. So unfortunate, but it all worked out, and communication is very important. I also learned what the office life is like. It was really cool, like witnessing like the different coworkers like interact with each other. They're very friendly with each other. They were very comfortable with each other. That was really cool. They could just work in a nice, easy environment. I also learned how to represent my data, like on my spreadsheet that I created on Excel, so that others could understand it when they looked at it. Tom had mentioned to me that we were going to be giving what I created to other people that were doing the same sort of thing that I was, and I needed to make sure that my data was easily read by others. I learned different ways to use Excel. That's always important, and the importance of asking questions. I'm, like Sarah mentioned, I'm not a question asker. I like to do things on my own. I'm very stubborn when it comes to asking questions, but I knew like I could not ask questions because this is for a company and I need to do stuff right. So importance of asking questions is always important. So how do I bring this into my future classroom? Always encourage my students to ask questions. That's, again, always important. I can use Excel in numerous ways, and the importance of understanding how to compare, contrast, and find trends between 2 different things. That's something that I had to do in my practicum and something that my students are going to have to eventually do in the future. So yeah, that's it. Does anyone have any questions for me?
We do have time if anyone has a question.
Bonnie's on hand.
Oh, no, sorry.
No, you're good.
Fake out.
All right, thank you.